And we are live. We are live out here. And so it's good to see everybody. DZ, boy, you are fast. You're fast on this, I'll tell you. Hey, by the way, I looked at your city today and awesome. Great job, man. Doing a great job. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me very well, or am I not close enough to the microphone? DZ, what do you think? Testing 1, 2, 3. I haven't been this not sure if I'm coming through. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I am. All right. So we are going to have a stream today that basically is just going to kind of see me. Hi, Stephen. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you very much, Stephen. We're going to have a stream today. Welcome. Hello, everybody. This is Drmcbrick, and I appreciate you stopping by. I have bags of bits and pieces and bricks and all kinds of stuff that I have to sort through. And as I'm looking through this, I have almost 2,500 pieces here. And I looked at the invoice, and it's crazy. I don't know what I did one night, but this was probably about 2 months ago, way back in the day, that I ordered this. And I think I was laying in bed one night, and I just started getting on. I just kept ordering more and more and more. I have 8 pages that I'll show you at the end of this video. So when you watch it or you go through it, review it, you can fast forward it once it's published, and then you can see all the different part numbers and stuff. But hey, Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, so I did get a lot of pieces. So I'm going to probably move my camera down so that way you can see all the pieces and things like that, because you don't need to see my mug. The only thing I will show you is these are pretty self-explanatory here. These are the pieces that I use for my walkways in 6 figs and everything like that. So let me move the pieces, and I have a bin that I'm going to put the pieces in. I have some sorting cups and things like that. I'm just going to go ahead here and start to lay them all out. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of tiny pieces. So what I did, oh cool, and I got this. Look at this. Yeah, what I did, yeah, you know what, Patrick? It did cost, but this was I literally ordered this so long ago. This was just after my wife had lost her job, and things were still, doing okay. And I actually used a bonus for this. So yeah, but it is expensive, that's for sure. So I got some things that I really needed. What I did for this particular order, hopefully you can see the pieces there. I'm wondering if I turn on the big light, if you'll be able to see these more. Hold on a second here. Let's see. Does that help, or does that make it worse? I think that might help. All right. So what I did, was basically, hey CJ, good to see you. I went through I've started doing kind of what other people have recommended, and I know Jang recommends this a lot. Hey Ray, it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Ray and Juliet. Nice to see you. Yeah, I figured I'd do a live chat. I had to sort through all this stuff anyway. This is just one bag. I still have two bags to go. But what I did was there were a lot of new sets that came ago, and in the past couple months now here in the States, they're just really hard to get because they were supposed to have come out on Lego Shop at Home, but they didn't, and everything is coming soon. And so there were some sets that I only wanted pieces from, like for instance, right here. This is one, and when I used to love the Aqua Zone and all of the Aqua sets back when I was a kid. So I have a couple of these original manta rays here, stingrays, but this is the new one. And if you notice on this, it has the 2 studs on the top. It has these kind of gills here, only those are pretty much structural, I think, to keep the things from breaking. But the best thing is it has clips, so you can clip a minifigure hand on here, and you can actually have a minifigure hold this. So I wanted some pieces from some sets that I didn't want to spend the money, and I couldn't spend the money for. And so, I spent about as much as I would for a big set on all of these parts. And like I said, this was over 2 months ago when I ordered this, a long time ago, because it takes about 11 weeks for these things to come in. But I got parts that I needed. So anyway, so yes, I got this really cool ray. I also got a shark that I see in here, and there should be a hammerhead somewhere in here for this shark that I got as well. So as I'm going through here, I got the roller coaster pieces. Yes, DZ, I got these that I needed. I needed these little sections because, you know, we have a lot of the big sections, but it's like anything with Lego. Sometimes you need to make up the difference. And so I bought them, and I think these were, you know what I could tell you? I got all of the, like I said, I will go ahead and put all of these on screen at the end. So after the video is over, you can go back and look. But I think these roller coaster pieces were, oh, I don't know how much they were here, 80 cents a piece or something like that. So I got those, but I'll put up the inventory list at the end. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I got everything there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I lost a piece. Oh no, it's gone. The other thing that I did was I went to the Monkey Kid sets, and I bought a lot of the Monkey Kid sets, as you might know if you've been watching my channel. I bought these old Nexo Knight shields in gold. I love this gold coloring on these. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. And so I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I bought 30 of them. They were relatively cheap, as I remember, or else I wouldn't have bought 30, I'm sure. But I bought a lot of the gold pieces to put on stuff because I really liked them when I bought the Monkey Kid mech, the big Monkey Kid mech, and so I got all of those as well. A C Alpha base from Epcot. Yeah, that's, you know, one of the things I would love to do is to get some of the AquaZone sets and make an aquarium for 6 Figs or for Figsdale. Actually, what I would do is I put it on the outskirts of Figsdale and 6 Figs right at the end there, and so that way it would be kind of like a city aquarium and stuff like that. But these gold pieces from the Monkey Kid and all of the gold that they're doing lately, I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're gold, and gold, you know, is one of those beautiful things. And my mom used to own a jewelry store when I was a kid growing up, so jewelry was my family business. But anyway, so yeah, I got 30 of these, and just trying to pick through them here. Hey, Rifts, good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate everyone hanging out here and stopping by. I'll be doing this for a long time today, probably. I told my wife, I'm like, I got to go pick this order here. I've been waiting for several weeks because it was being shipped. So not only did I have to wait for a couple months for the pandemic to let people back in the factory to pick the orders, but then I had to wait a couple of weeks to have it shipped to me from Denmark. So this actually took almost 3 months now that I think about it, because I think it was like 14 days shipping or something to get here to me. So I'm like a kid in a candy store, literally, because this is about as candy as you can get. Lit Brick, nice to see you, and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. See a lot of my friends on and all. So anyway, so yeah, you can see how many of these I got. You know, I need to put these in a special container, so I will put these aside over here. And not going for the rum, going for the gold. That's right, matey. Go for the gold. How's the hand? You know what? I don't know. You tell me. This hand is looking more and more like my regular hands, bony knuckles and veins and everything. So yeah, we bought a treadmill a long time ago, and we were moving it, and it's 400 pounds, and the actual, you know, the part that you walk on is 400 pounds. And you know how treadmills go up and down. Ours goes up or down based on the incline or decline. And I thought that my hand was down here on this bar, but my hand was here. And so when we picked it up, it snapped, and the whole thing just sat there. And I literally yelled. I broke my hand. I may have yelled a few other words that I can't say here. And yeah, and it was on there for about 60 seconds. I felt bad because my 26-year-old was trying to get it off of my hand. And she was going, you know, she's like, I'm trying. I think she was more traumatized than I was. So yeah, it hurt like anything. Now, if if any of you have used, look at these gold ingot pieces. Now these are great. Now these can be used for decorative, for buildings, of course. They can also be used just as prop pieces for banks and stuff like that. But if you've ever tried to pick these up off a table, they're almost impossible. So I apologize, and I know since you know, I know this is not very sanitary, but it's only me. Normally, what I do is I lick my finger and I pick them up, and that way I can actually get them off the table. So. I know that's not probably the best way to do it, but if your finger's just a tad wet, you'll be able to pick them up. So, CJ Lego, I'm glad you uploaded a new video. I have to go check that out. We'll have to go check that out earlier or after this. I've got so many videos to watch today. I actually spent my my daughter, my 9-year-old daughter Piper. She you know, she's in that stage where it's like she wants to hang out with dad sometimes, and other times she doesn't. And so, well, a large portion of the time now she's in that tween stage, so she doesn't want to hang out with dad. But today she wanted to, so I'm like, all right, I'm not doing anything. I'm hanging out with my girl, my little one. So anyway, so yeah, I got a bunch of these ingots. I think I might have gotten 10 of them. Imperial Officer, it's good to see you. And hi, Kaz, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, Kaz. I know that we're having a live stream tomorrow with Drmcbrick, Greg, and Kaz, who's here, Blockhead UK. Yeah, it's it's like a documentary video. You're right. So yeah, so I'm just picking through this order here, Kaz, and trying to get. I'm thinking I probably won't have enough room for everything. I got to get rid of all my stuff here. I can get rid of my mouse. All right. So I got a lot. So these keep coming. These keep coming. Let's see what else. So I got the hammerhead shark because, again, I wanted to get some aquatic animals. But I think the hammerhead probably is in this piece, in this bag here. So I'll have to set this one aside for a while. And then I ordered a whole bunch of masonry bricks. You know what? You know what? I'm going for it. This way I can really do some sorting. I ordered some more curves for my roller coaster. The idea being that in 6 Figs, I'm going to have the gondola ride that I have, that one ride that I call it a gondola. It's really not, but it goes above 6 Figs and goes through the different areas. I want to have it go around the whole park. So I've got as many track pieces. And I noticed that they were actually the same, if not a little bit cheaper on Lego Bits and Pieces than they were on Bricklink. All right, here we go, gang. This is going to be a mess. Oh my gosh. 3 months. I've waited 3 months for this. All right. Well, thank you very much, Steve London. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it's like a brick sorting club, isn't it? That's right. Brick sorting stream. You know, I need Kaz. I need Kaz here because she's like the master of brick sorting. And I'm not very well prepared. Oh, here's the hammer. I'm not very well prepared because I just have a couple of bins here. I'm actually out of bins, but I was so excited to get this order. I had to share it and open it up. So isn't that cool? Look at that. Now it's the normal shark body, just like every other shark that Lego has put out. There's nothing different, same studs, everything like our anti-studs. But this piece here, and it's got eyes on it. Now, some people don't like the eyes. I kind of like the eyes. I think they're pretty cool. It looks blue here, but it's actually gray. It's actually a gray, bluish gray. Sort my own mess. That's right, Kaz. I made this mess. I got to clean it up. That's what I tell my kids. John, hey, how are you? That's right. Back-to-back weekends. You know what? I'm starting to like the streaming, and you know, I'm starting to get into it. I'll tell you what. Give me a second. I'm going to go get a couple little bins so I can put some of this stuff in, and I'll be right back. You can take a look. Tell me if you can find any interesting parts in there. I'll be right back. found some bins. Okay. Super Bowl with the left shark. Let me catch up. Let's see here. I did find a few bins. I found my bin full of masonry bricks. Now, I don't have enough masonry bricks at the moment to separate them. So I have grays in here. I have tans in here. I have this flesh color, medium flesh, whatever it's called, nougat. So I'm going to get all of these out of here and put these in here. So one of the things that I like about the bricks and pieces is that you can just go, and if you know the set number, you can go to the bricks and pieces site, put the set number in, and it has every single non-licensed piece that is available in that set, and you can pick them up, just one or two or whatever, or you can pick up a lot like I did here. I would advise you, if you see some sets out there that there's some pieces in that are really cool, and go to bricks and pieces on Lego and look for these parts, because they pretty much have all the parts, unless they're licensed, like a Star Wars figure or something like that, or something that's that has an IP to it, then an intellectual property type of thing. You can buy them. Now, there's a lot of stuff that, after I've noticed, either bricklink sellers or people who are just like me, although I don't mean to do it, but there's a lot of stuff that was sold out. Like, I went back on a second order, and the sharks were sold out already, because I wanted to pick up one of those great white sharks that came with the big boat, but that was sold out. Let me get caught up here. Yeah, Steve, it's been a long way to collect. That's for sure. I'm very blessed. Like I said before, my wife lost her job when I placed this order way back when. We were very blessed, and so I was able to take a lot of not a lot, but I was able to take a certain spending budget and use on Lego every month. Now that's kind of cut. I'm not giving a sob story whatsoever, because I am blessed and I have a wonderful home and a wonderful family and a wonderful job. I'm so lucky in life. But my Lego budget has been reduced by 75%, and that's not an exaggeration. I'm very fortunate that people like Ray, like Lit Brick there online, and then folks who are joining Patreon. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It helps kind of support me buying more parts and making Figsdale and Six Figs bigger. And also super chats, in this chat room here and all that kind of stuff. Donations and things like that work as well. So I've been fortunate that people have been very kind, very kind. But again, you know what? If you just watch the channel and enjoy it, that's all that matters to me. I don't care if you give me 1 cent. I just like hey, that's a cool city. That type of comment, that makes me feel really good right here. And that's what matters, because that's why we're doing this. Let's see. The riffs on the channel called Club Brick. There's someone called Professor Goat, and they do sorting streams like Lego hauls and just like this. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Blockhead UK says, I struck lucky on eBay today. Really? You just got some side builds from the Monkey Kids mech. Yes. Those, as a matter of fact, that's one of the things. So I got also, before I get to your question, Blockhead, or your comment, I also got a lot of these in gold tiles. And so I just love gold. I have been picking up gold, this gold, the Lego gold. But if you notice, there's a big difference. See, there's a difference between the type of gold in terms of, I don't know if you can tell here. Let's see if you can tell. But you see the difference? This here is, I believe it's like a powder coated gold, where this is not. And so this is more of a mother of pearl type of gold. It's really hard to see on the camera, but you can kind of You can kind of see the difference there. Yeah, that's a better, there you go. But anyway, yeah, I've been picking up every gold piece I can because I don't know why. For some reason, I think maybe gold in my mind says rarity. So I'm like, I better get all the gold because Lego's not going to make gold pieces very long. So I've been picking them up. Plus, I'm going to use a lot of these gold in my Ninjago area and in my Eastern Figsdale area because I do have a lot of plans for stuff and buildings and things like that in that area. And all of those need gold. And speaking of Kaz's find, that's right, Kaz. I am Scrooge McBrick, swimming in gold. Look at this. Look at all of this gold. But see, I've been picking up a lot of these, the little tassels in gold, because they're great for use in builds, especially when you're working with Ninjago type of themes and stuff like that. So I've been picking up all of those. I picked up some candlesticks in gold. These candlesticks. So anyway, back to Kaz. Kaz, I'm glad that you got some of those, because one of the things that I'm going to do is build a back alleyway of those little tiny buildings that come with the Monkey Kid mech. And so I think it only comes with one or two, but I'm going to build some of my own mocks and make a back alleyway behind, so that as you're approaching the eastern part of Figsdale, the eastern section, the Ninjago district, there'll be an alleyway of all of those little buildings. And I'm taking apart my, I know it's sacrilege, but I'm taking apart my Monkey Kid headquarters, the big boat, because it's just too huge. And I'm going to use a lot of those parts to then build up some buildings that size. So they'll probably, actually, to be honest with you, they'll be about the size of my cell phone, right? I mean, in terms of the size. And so speaking of what, I got I got a text message that the dishwasher is empty. I wonder what that's telling me. Does anyone have any idea what that text message might be telling me? Hey, the dishwasher's empty. I think it says, get up here and do the dishes. But anyway, we will be staying on the chat for a while. Panda Store from Redstone's Inferno Truck. Yeah, that would be nice. You're going to take yours apart too, Blockhead or Kaz? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just, it's a wonderful build, but it's enormous. I didn't realize how big that was going to be. I just did not realize how big it was going to be. All right, let's see. Oh, I got these because, these are from the Flintstone sets. I love the Flintstone set, and if you haven't seen my video already, it's about a year old now. Whenever it first came out, I actually made an entire Flintstones house, so like a real house. And so I just love this kind of leopard print. So I got this. I don't know when I'm going to use it, but it's going to go in my tile bin. I got a whole bunch of these yellow tiles because these are tiles I use for the center lines in my Figsdale and my black streets. Because I like to use the black for asphalt. So I got these of 2x and 4x so that I could use these. Now, here is another secret that I have that probably a lot of you don't know. Let's see here. If I can grab this. I'm trying to not drop my stuff. I have all of my tiles in one bin. And I know some people might think, as you can, if you think I'm that organized, I try to be organized in some ways, but with my tiles, I just throw them all in one bin. And so when Adrian and I, or when Piper was working on them, we'd go in here and we can find tiles of all different colors. And the color seems to be kind of weird, kind of coming in and out. So anyway, so I'm going to put this on my lap, and I'm going to find tiles. And when I find tiles, I will put them in here. So we're picking the tiles. Let me see if I can find some other interesting parts that you all probably. Oh, I got a lot of these because you can never have too many of these for roofs. And for modular buildings. So I found a whole bunch of these. I got them in various colors because mostly brown, but I've got some in white and gray, black, just because, and red, I think. Yeah, red, because, you know, whatever color you're using, it's nice to be able to have these jumpers so that you don't have to, so you can make a really clean roof line or a clean wall line. So I got those. Now these do go in a special place, just so I don't get those confused. I bought a bunch of these. The translucent light blue, I think they're called. I think these are cool. And the nice thing about these too is you can use these for a whole bunch of different things. So for instance, you could actually put, where's one of my, you know, you could put something down in there and seal that up, and you could, you know, and seal it up and everything. And then you can make it, you can, you know, turn it into a display of whatever, you know, whatever you want it to be. So I use these sometimes. I got these, I think, again, for sometime if I ever do some sort of aquarium thing. And I just like, to be honest with you, I'm one of those people that when I go on bits and or bricks and pieces, I don't know why I keep calling it bits and pieces, but bricks and pieces, I can be persuaded by shiny, cool colors. Are you going to call the police on me, seriously, DZ? Because I have I've done an illegal technique. Well, here, I'll even do a better illegal technique for you, dude. You're going to call the police on me. I might as well make it good. I don't want to get the cops called on me and have nothing, you know, and not make it worthwhile. So here, so I'm going to do this. Look at this. There is a heart inside of a trans brick. Granny in disguise. How you doing? It's good to see you. Granny in disguise, ladies and gentlemen, is a great fun person. And I've enjoyed all of Granny's wonderful commentary on my channel. And you know what? She pops in from time to time. It's good to see you, Granny. You make me laugh. See, Blockhead, I agree. Now, Blockhead, thank you very much for being my attorney in this situation, because I have seen that before as well. So I don't think, DZ, that it is an illegal move. But you know what? I guess it's your right to, you know, if you feel threatened by that, DZ, you can call the cops, right? But anyway, I speaking of those little tiny hearts, I bought a bunch of those little hearts. What am I going to use them for? I have no idea. But isn't that the point of going on Bricks and Pieces? Is you find things that you can. Thank you very much, Granny. I appreciate it. You find things that that you can use. I mean, that you like, and you don't know how you're going to use them. But by golly, once you have them, you have them. And so I got a bunch of hearts, and I think I honestly do not know why I ordered so many. I think they were really cheap. I mean, I think they were like 2 cents or something like. I mean, I think they were extremely cheap, maybe a penny. I don't know. But I think I got 10 of them. So 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I think I did. So anyway, so they're around here somewhere. So I got some of those. Let me put some of these little pieces in here. You know, those could be used as tiles for a particular type of room. They could be used just to hang up in a room as a decoration. You could put them on a jumper plate. I don't really have a jumper plate now, but you could put them on, you know, a jumper, and, you know, make a little kind of like a cork board for somebody's room, that sort of thing. You know, that kind of thing. They may even, heck, you could even put them on these purple on those purple flowers. Again, going with the Flintstones theme, I got a bunch of these purple flowers, purple plants. got them for my Eastern Figsdale area, so I can put them by my Ninjago builds and my Asian builds. I think they look really cool. I might actually use these, now that I think about it, for my dinosaur area. Yeah. Welcome to Euphoria. How you doing? Says you've been on Bricklink orders recently and always end up buying more than I intended. That's exactly what happened to me. I bought much more than I intended. I have put a self-imposed moratorium on lying in bed with my iPad and looking at parts on Lego.com, because when I do that, this is what happens. And this is what happened about 2.5 months ago, and it took me a couple weeks to get the order mailed to me. Yeah, but I'm excited. And I actually have one more of these coming. I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but I actually have one more bricks and pieces order coming in the mail that I just got a message that was placed the day of this one. Only it said for some reason, I don't know why they couldn't pick the parts quicker or at the same time, but anyway, so yeah. Okay, I got all of these. Now I do have a place for these. So I'll put these in here with these. I didn't do a very good job of getting all of my sorting stuff, did I? Because I should have got all my bins and lined them up, and then I should have just been sorting as I'm talking. But I'm going to be talking probably, and then I'm probably going to have to go back and sort after this is all over. So, oh well. But you know what? This is fun. I'm enjoying it. I was telling Greg, GJ Bricks, I was telling him this morning, I said, he said, what are you going to do today? Because, of course, he's in Australia, so he's in bed right now. I said, well, I said, I think I'm going to do a live stream because I like talking to people, and I haven't talked to anybody lately. I mean, we talk back and forth, and all of you I see on here, I mean, we've all talked via the comments and stuff, and I absolutely love that. But it's nice to see everybody here and to have everybody just to kind of, it's almost kind of like, we're interacting across the oceans and stuff and across the states. I don't know where everybody's from. I'm from Ohio here in the United States. Where is everybody else from? I know Blockhead's in London, or in the UK. I got a bunch of windows. These little windows are great. And the reason why I get these windows as opposed to some of the bigger ones is because you can put them like this, right? Or you can stack them like this, and you make a window. So they're very, I mean, they're very versatile for doing all kinds of things. So instead of buying one large window, where you could buy the 4x4 windows, or the even the large ones, the 6x5s or whatever they are, or even these for this matter. You could get these, but these little ones are much more versatile. Because for instance, you could do this, right? You could do that. You could do this. So I would recommend if you're buying windows for for buildings and mocks and stuff like that you get the little ones instead of the big ones, unless you really want a lot of plate glass, so to speak. So welcome to Euphoria. You're in the UK as well. Great. Albuquerque, New Mexico. John, I just saw someone from Albuquerque on television the other day. And that is one of the states I've been to 43 out of the 50 states in my life. And that is one state I've never been to, New Mexico. And I would love to go to New Mexico. Everybody I've known, my family, heck, half my kids have been to New Mexico, but I haven't. So I want to get to Albuquerque sometime. I've heard that's just absolutely a really cool city, a great state, and the food is phenomenal. All right, Granny. Hey, take care of yourself. Don't overdo it, Granny. Don't overdo it. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by. I love Granny Disguise. Thank you very much, Francisco. I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate your support of Figsdale and all your ideas. All right, so I have all my windows. I got them in different colors. Anyone see anything in here they want to really take a look at here? Because I got time. What time is it? It is almost 4 o'clock here. Now, see, of course, the hard part is when you order the windows, you got to order the little glass too, right? So I try to get all the glass and then all the windows, but sometimes I've literally ordered windows without glass, and then I'm like, oh, why did I do that? But this time I was smart enough to remember the glass. Where do you get the glass for those? I got them off of the Lego, or the bricks and pieces site. Yeah, just go to any set that you know that has the size window you want, and then go to that page, or then go to that page for that set on bricks and pieces, and you will be able to find, if they're not sold out, you will be able to find all of the glass. But glass can be, or the plastic, but you know what we mean. See, and that one's kind of scratched. Let me see. Let me see about the glass. How much did they charge for that? By the way, the glass. So I got 20 pieces of glass for $3. So it's not cheap, but it's not that expensive, and things like that. So there's Adrian. Adrian's coming at the. How you doing, buddy? I got a sorting mess over here. You could be a good. You could. What are you up to? Nothing. Yeah, it's kind of a sorting time right now. So I got the glass for $3. I'm going to put the glass here with the transit bricks, and I'll get those all sorted. I bought a bunch of these. These pieces are really hard to see. I don't know if you can see them. There you go. Because these are cool. I got them in clear because I wanted to. I don't like when I use these parts. I don't like them to be seen. So these are great to put things on where you're not going to see them. So for instance, you could put them on a candlestick like this. I don't even know how to hold this without where you can see it, but you wouldn't see it very much. You could use it as a light. They could be lenses for different things, that sort of thing. So, all right, Patch, Colorado. Yes, I know it's so sad that all the fires and stuff are going on down there. That's absolutely horrible. Granny's probably gone now, but she says she's baking cookies. So I'm glad that she is baking cookies. How you doing, Adrian? Could you do me a favor, buddy? Could you grab me the accessories case there? Yeah. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, I know. Unfortunately, there's no room for you to sit around here now with all this. So I also use these containers. That I can sort things. Now, this right here is what we call an accessory container, and we put all of our minifig accessories in here. So anything that a minifig uses, any type of accessory we put in here, and that. But sometimes but for some reason I've been putting these things in here as well. So I got a whole bunch of them down there. I don't know why, but anyway, you're more than welcome to sort, Adrian. But I don't know if you're going to be able to find a spot. Because I really don't have any spot for you, man. Sorry.
We don't have any trays.
Yeah, and we don't have any trays either. So let's see. Trying to catch up on things. Food is pretty good here, but most of the time there isn't much going on. If you are into hiking, though, it's right next to the mountains. So there's quite a bit of good, easy, accessible. That's good. Well, cool. Julia G, it's so good that you stopped by. Thank you. I hope your battery gets better. And we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Why did I get the 3x3 dark plates? Well, let me tell you. Are you talking about these deals here? These 3x3s? I got these because what I use these for, I'll set that there for a minute. What I use these for is for grass and texture for different foliage and stuff. So I might have a couple green plates coming around or whatever, and I use these to round off that area. And that helps quite a bit. It just makes it look nicer. If you can imagine a bunch of green plates coming off of here, with this curve, it just makes it nicer. So, hey, Wilson, Dabro, nice to see you. Nice to see you. 2102 in the UK. We got a lot of folks here from the UK. Great, wonderful. Representing. It's so nice to see everybody here. Viking, I'm glad you like that idea. It is so nice to see everybody here. And I just happen to have the green bin right down on the floor next to me. That's good. And so these hoods for cars, I got these a lot of times you'll see these for cars. I got these because these are great for awnings for houses, or for windows. So if you have, yeah, hold on 1 second. Sorry, but I don't want to break my iPad here. Let's see. So if you, for instance, if you have, let's just say we have a couple of windows here, right? What you can do, and of course this is real elementary, but you can use these as awnings for windows, and it makes a really nice awning for windows, especially like if you're doing a cityscape. You can do, you can do kind of stack them up, and have them in buildings and stuff like that. So that makes it really nice. All right, let's see here. Okay, I'll tell you what. Adrian's going to bring his arms through here. And did you want to do the tiles? Do you want to get find all the yellow tiles?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Here, I'll get Adrian on camera real fast since there he is. There he is. And the myth, the legend. We got him there. All right, let's see. What else we have? Viking. I'm building an amusement park that I should add it to. I have limited room, 632 by 2 base plates. Well, you know what, Viking? That's actually a lot of room. That's a lot of room. Even though it doesn't seem like much. But I would encourage you to think about different levels and to go up. When you don't have much room in your city, go up. That's the best way to do it. And I found, oops, sorry about that. Now this is going to be fun because we got 3 arms going on. So I'll go around here. But I found that going up is actually a good way to do it because you're able to, I'm holding a parts bin here because I got a lot of Technic pieces. Can't get enough Technic pieces here. So let's see. But yeah, 32 by 32 or 6 of those base plates. That's a decent amount. So I think you'll have a good amusement park with those. But what I would recommend, and I recommend this to anybody, is to plan your park out before you get going. And I know mine looks like it wasn't planned. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I did actually plan most of it. I mean, I kind of had an idea where I was headed and where I was going with it. I also got these. These you can never have too many of. The reason why is because I'll show you. If you have a Technic beam, you can use these, and we've all seen this and done this in things. But you can use these and stick them in the holes, and then you can use other bricks, and you can stick those bricks to them, right? So that makes a nice connection. Or even if you don't do that, you could take, like, say you want to just put some decorative pieces on. It enables the Technic piece to be a studded piece on the side. And so I always get these. The problem is they're so hard to get out. They're difficult to get out unless you, and I don't even, all my 8,000 brick separators are all at another table right now. So, but anyway, so these really cheap. I think they're a penny a piece or something. If you get a chance, get a bunch of these because every Technic piece that you have, you could use these a lot. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put some of these in here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for all these Technic pieces. I'm running out of space. Let's see. That's right. The brick separator will get those out of there. The brick separator is a really, is a really, really cool tool. Again, I got a lot of these gold candle pieces. I got one of those in there, but I got these gold candle pieces because these can be used in a lot of ways. I'll tell you what I'll do. If you want to, since you're doing such a good job, buddy, you can separate some of them, and then I'll kind of show some ideas on how to use these pieces. Yeah, or push it out with an axle. Very good, Kaz. Very good. So these pieces here, which are relatively new, believe they were introduced with the Harry Potter sets as candles. So you put the flame in there, but they have the little pin on them. But you can stack these, and you can make a very, very strong rod out of these. And so you could make, you can make pillars for a building. You could really do whatever you want. Obviously, you could use one of. Oh, it's so hard to show you with these little tiny pieces. You could use one of these pieces here. You could put that here, and then this turns into a regular stud. This is a regular anti-stud, which will go onto a regular brick. So it makes a really nice, it really makes it nice. So that's why I got a lot of these little pieces here. Maybe I'll show you up by my shirt where it's blue. Yeah, a lot of these little pieces here, and I got a ton of these because you can use these for a lot of things. So yeah. Rico J Ninja, nice to see you. Hello. Good to see you. It's good to see so many people hanging out in the chat. Thank you very much for coming by. Let's see here. Please, I would really encourage you to leave a like for this video. And the more likes we get, the better. Maybe we can get up to we've got 15 likes. Maybe we can get up to 30 likes. We got 30 people hanging out in the chat. And it would be great to get a lot of likes for the live streams and stuff.
Where do I put these?
Oh, these, yeah. Let me.
I have some more.
Yeah, these are great. The other thing that I did. Hi, Crystal Bricks. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I bought a bunch of these. Obviously, these will be used. More than likely, these kind of red pumpkins are their lantern. These will be used, and that's why I got these, and I got these. Yeah.
Those are cool.
So that way, it's kind of hard to see because. But yeah, so I got these. So I got the. I can't even. Yeah. So I got the lantern pieces. I can't really hold them up here. No. I know what I need to do. See, this is why I got these. This is another good reason you can use. So look at this. You use this piece right here, one of these connector pieces. There you go. Now you can hang it on whatever you want to hang it on. CJ Lego Productions, thank you. I'm glad you follow me on Instagram. Thank you very much. I love Instagram. That's where I started. And actually that's, it's funny, but my Instagram took off real well, and people started saying, hey, why don't you do a YouTube? And my daughter, everybody, Adrian, they're all on YouTube, doing things. And so I was like, okay, sure. So anyway, so this makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, why I got a lot of these is because I wanted to hang them like this and make a whole bunch of lanterns. And so in order to do that, you need this piece here, which is the one with the little tiny pin that goes into the hole here. And then you need one of these tassels. You don't need a tassel, but you could have a tassel. You could put a gold stud on it, or a gold stud and a tassel. So there's all different kinds of ways that you can do things. But that's a good way of doing it. Let's see. Francisco, I wrote an idea up there. Sorry, I got to catch up here. Doc, you can make a Tom Sawyer island in Figsdale, but that island can be a sci-fi glow-in-the-dark jungle. Excuse me. One of the things that's good, Francisco. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I have been thinking, and I even mentioned in one of my comments today, I think, in answering comments to people. I'll tell you what, buddy. Why don't you put these? I have been wanting to do that. To make, stick them in here. That's kind of dirty, but stick them in there, and then that way, well, here, let me get the gold pieces. All right. So I have been wanting to kind of mix universes, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding portals to my universes, to Figsdale and Six Figs. And so, for instance, I have behind this wall is an old air hockey table that no one used.
It didn't work.
No, to be fair, it wasn't a very good one. But anyway, so I'm going to turn that into my Minecraft setup. And because I'm going to turn it into my Minecraft setup, it's going to be in the back and it won't be connected to Figsdale. So what I will do is, you want to do all the gold pieces?
No.
Okay. You're done?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Adrian is tired already.
I just woke up.
The life of a teenager. It's great. It's great, dude. Anyway, what I was saying was, in Six Figs, I'm going to have a portal, another portal in the Western world. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks for your help, bud. I'm going to have a nether portal in the Western world that will then go, theoretically, kind of go to my table in the back. And so when I'm filming, I'll basically just kind of, take people through that portal and then, cut it and then go to the back and then film the Minecraft world and the Minecraft village and city and all that kind of stuff back there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing to a science fiction type of area as well. And so I'll have to do some sort of portal, or probably what I was thinking, in Francisco, goes along with what you were saying, is some kind of crashed spaceship. So somewhere there'll be a crashed spaceship, and that will go to another, because with the tables that I'm going to need to get for Six Figs and for Figsdale, even with the 10 tables that I still have available or that I still can put around, I have those all spoken for with my plans. And so if I want to add other stuff like a sci-fi world, a Minecraft world, and things like that, I'm going to have to put them elsewhere. And that elsewhere is probably going to be back in the basement behind me, where I don't want human beings to go. And so that's that. Lenny Spaceport. As a matter of fact, I have Benny's spaceship that I have had for years, and I haven't built it yet. So I have a storyline written, not written, it's written in my head for Benny's spaceship to actually have an emergency accidental landing in Figsdale at some point. All right, we're moving right along. Wilson Dabro, okay, that's Minecraft. They have another 1 block and 8 blocks in the overworld. It's I got to do something. I figured a portal of some kind. It will be what I use. Okay, so since I was on the mech site for the actual Monkey Kid mech, because I wanted all these gold pieces, I got some of these, and to me, you can never have too many of these. These are great because they allow, and I forget how the heck did I get these together? Oh, they go together somehow. Shoot. Yeah, there we go. So these two pieces go together, and so you can use these in a whole variety of ways. Lego uses these in their mechs for knee joints, and that sort of thing, to kind of for posability. But you can use these just as easily to make roofs, right? To make roof lines. You can use them to make, if you need to. Well, they have other pieces that are 90-degree angles, so I wouldn't use one of these. But if you want something that's able to open up, an awning or something that, can close and then open, or, especially like over a restaurant would be nice, have an awning, and then that way you could bring it up, that sort of thing, bring it down, that kind of thing. I'll have to look into that, Euphoria. I'll have to look into that. I would like to do an underground subway as well. So I got several of these. I got the male and the female ends so that they work together. Actually, I guess I didn't get several. I got two. I got two sets. Well, that's disappointing. Bummer. Okay. Let's see here. Should I add a subway? I would like to do a subway. I just it's so funny, and we all know this because we're all Lego builders, and there's just so much. We just want so much stuff, right? So many things. But it'll all come. The way I look at it is, I'm 54 years old. I'm going to continue to do this as long as I'm healthy, as long as my family's healthy, and as long as I can afford to. And right now, I have enough parts that I could go for, a year. I could go for years, the rest of my life, and not have to buy new parts. I could take stuff apart and reuse them and stuff. But the way I look at it is, I will, I'll build a lot of stuff as time goes on. I look back, and I had a really nice conversation, email from a guy who talked to me about his son, and he said that his little son was actually going through and watching every single one of my updates from update 1 to update 40, well, now 42. And I've gone back and done that kind of in a binge watch, and it's unbelievable just in 2 years how much we've done. And I'm not bragging at all. I'm just saying I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I put that many hours into it. And so I can imagine another couple years, all the stuff that we're talking about here in this chat, we'll probably have a subway. We'll probably have, other things going on. So did we put Bowser's Castle together? Oh, there it is. There it is. It's back there. Yep. We got it together. We got everything on there. The idea of a mini golf course, it seems to be what everyone is telling me to do. Is everyone is saying build the mini golf course. So that's what Mario World is going to turn into. It's going to turn into a kind of a kid mini golf course type of thingy. And so that's what we're going to do. Now, whether or not I'm going to do Western first or the Mario first, I am not sure. I got these jumpers. I got a bunch of these. These are new parts. They're a double jumper. Let's see if I can get the right shadow. But those are really, really cool. So I got a bunch of these. I got tons of these, actually. I believe I got 30 of them or something. Because I figured, you know what? These can be used for offsetting a whole bunch of things. Windows, offsetting a whole bunch of stuff. So I like jumpers because jumpers are very functional pieces. And so I would encourage you, if you don't have a lot of jumpers in your stock, to get some, whether they're single jumpers or now these new double jumpers. I would encourage you to get some because they really are, if you look at, here's a jumper with the two on the ends. This one has, it's a 3x, but it has two studs on it. So just really, really cool pieces. And they're very versatile. This is what we're getting down to in terms of versatility, and the type of parts that I got are the types of parts that we don't have much of in our, and when I say we, I mean most people in general don't have a lot of these things in our collections, in our parts bins. But when we do have them, they enable us to build in ways that we really didn't, wouldn't be able to had not we had those parts. So that's, put these over here. So that's what that was kind of a theme, as I'm looking at some of these here. That was kind of a theme with this. Would I ever do a live build of the Lamborghini? Ray, I will not do that. And the reason I say that is because, one, Well, two reasons. One, the Lamborghini to me is one of those things where I want to sit down for a weekend, a long weekend, without the kids, without anybody, and I want to immerse myself in this experience. And I want to build it, and I want to just immerse myself. And there are some buildings like that that I've built, and some sets that I still have sitting in my backlog here. That's what I want to do. For instance, Ninjago City, same way. I've had it since it came out. What, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years? I don't know. However long. I've had it forever. And I haven't built it because, honestly, to be honest, and I know he'll watch this video, but I don't want Adrian to build it. I want to build it. I'm pulling the Lord business when it comes to the Lamborghini and the Ninjago City. The other reason why I wouldn't build the Lamborghini, the Bugatti, or the Lamborghini, either one. I don't have the Lamborghini. I have the Bugatti. But the reason I wouldn't do that is because when you're building a Technic set like that, especially those two, it's all one wrong move can mean that the model will never ever work. And so, I mean, literally one wrong pin. And I just don't want to take that chance. But what I will take a chance on is, let me show you, is this. Because this arrived and I've had a fascination with cement mixers my entire life. From when I was a little kid. I know it sounds kind of weird, but from when I was a little tiny kid, I have loved cement mixers. And I don't usually do Technic models. I have some, and I actually have some really good ones, like the Shuttle from 20 years ago and a couple of the big rigs and stuff. But I saw this, and I'm fascinated with it. It's a Technic model, but it's not as elaborate as the Bugatti or the Lamborghini or anything like that. But it is a really cool set. Can't find it in the U.S. at the moment. At least it's not at Lego Shop at Home. But someone hooked me up with this from Europe, and I was thinking about, it would be different for my channel to do a live build of a Technic set, because I haven't done Technic. I mean, I don't build Technic sets usually. I usually build those in private, and I don't really show my Technic sets. So I'm thinking it really is Euphoria. It really is a cool set. It has a well, let's see here. Has a switch here, so you can switch it, and this will turn. This turns as you can either keep it stable, or you can make it turn as the wheels turn. The whole cab, both of these front wheels, all four of them turn at the same time, and then you can turn it opposite. And there's actually I think they include 200 of the light bluish gray barrels that will come out of the hopper and go down out of the hopper as you're unloading your concrete and stuff. So yeah, it is a cool set. Not very expensive. It was a little more expensive coming from Europe with shipping, but yeah. So I will. So let me know. I mean, do you think? Would you like to see a live build of this? I'd almost thought about doing this today, but then I got this order in the mail and got so excited. That was a long-winded answer to your question, Ray. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you, Ray. Well, thank you so much, man. I'm telling you, Ray. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your support in all different ways, in so many different ways, sir. Thank you very much. And Janet, or Juliet, I'm sorry. I appreciate your support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Threw me off. That one threw me off. So I got these as well. And I don't know if this is a new part or not. I don't know if this is a new part or not, but this is, I don't think it is, but I got some of these because I like these because one, it's only a 2x1 that connects So, whatever you're building, you can connect it to, just normally, right? But then you have 3 points of, let's see, there we go, 3 points of contact that you can make with a clip. So you can use modified plates with a clip. You can use a minifig hand. You can use one of these. Yeah, one of these. You could use one of these. That sort of thing. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. So yeah, evidently it's an old part, but I haven't had these parts, and so I got some of these as well. Let me go back up here. Do you have any advice about a mini golf course mock? If you're going to do a mini golf course mock, the advice that I would give, and it's real simple, but I would use a Mills plate type of situation to build a mini golf course. And when I say Mills plate, for those of you that aren't familiar, I know Daryl from Drmcbrick builds Mills plates all the time because he's doing that for his new city that he's rebuilding, and it's huge. But basically, a Mills plate is just a plate system that comes up off of the one base plate, comes off a regular brick. So it would be a three studs high brick. And then that way, when you do your golf course, you can actually make the holes, down into the terrain, and you can make your terrain kind of come up and down, and based on like a real golf course would be, with your sand traps and all that kind of stuff. So that would be the way I would build a course like that. I haven't seen that, Kaz. I will have to take a look at Robin Hood, but if Robin Hood Bricks made it, it's got to be good. That gentleman is a phenomenal builder. He is a master of the brick, as we say. Let's see here. Well, I thought I got more than 3 of these things, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Starting to put up some of these in parts bins. All right, Ray, I will build the, especially since you gave me a $10 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ray. And for everything else you do, I will build that in a live stream, and we'll get that done. That'll be my next live stream. And what I may end up doing is I think it's, from what I gather, I think it's a pretty simple build, even though it's a Technic set. There aren't many videos out there on it, because it's new, and I think it becomes available in the US on September 1st, but I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much. Is my city based on a real life city? It's not excuse me, it's not based on a real life city per se, but what it's based on is kind of cities that are little towns that I know from my childhood. One sec. It's based on towns that, there's one town, for instance, that was where I grew up. I grew up in the Cleveland area in Ohio. I don't live there now, but my family's still up there. My parents and grandmother and sister and everybody. But anyway, I grew up up near the Cleveland area, and there's so many amusement parks up there. There's, of course, Cedar Point, which I think is the best amusement park in the world if you like roller coasters. And there was a park called Geauga Lake and SeaWorld, which we've probably all heard of SeaWorld, but Geauga Lake was another kind of thrill park with coasters and stuff. And it was in a little tiny town called Aurora, Ohio. It was just a little sleepy town, and they came in and they built these 2 massive theme parks. And there was like one way at one point, there was like one little street, like the main street, that everybody had to go down to get to this park. And it just got so unwieldy and so huge. And so whenever I think of the narrative for Six Figs and Figsdale, I think of that town, because I think of a town where somebody came in and and developed this park and this theme park, and it just took off, and it became so popular that everybody came to it, and then all of a sudden it just kind of subsumed the town. And that's kind of what's happening with Six Figs right now. John, I'm glad that you like Cedar Point, sir. That's good. Yeah, it is the best park for coasters. Yeah. Because Disney and Universal are, to me, attraction parks, right? And Six Figs is kind of like that, where there's a lot of attractions. Like Disney has, like now they have, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and oh gosh, I want to go to that so bad. And they have all these cool attraction things, but Cedar Point, it's not an attraction park. It's you go there and you ride rides that make you pee your pants. I mean, basically, to be blunt about it, right? That's kind of what the park was about, and it still is. And so that's what I grew up on, because I grew up about 30 minutes from Cedar Point. And so that's right. We're at 24 likes. Let's go. You tell them, Wilson Dabro, we can get it there. So anyway, so I agree. But Six Figs to me is less of a ride park and more of an attraction. Although we do have a lot of rides in Six Figs. What large set would you recommend buying? Well, tell me some more information, Ryan. What exactly are you into, or what? For what? Buying for playability, buying for collectability, buying for just the fun of the build? What do you mean by that? You know what, Nick? Actually, that's a good idea, Nick. Nick asked. He said I should add a tier on Patreon where I add somebody on my Switch. That's true, because I do play Animal Crossing all the time, and I play on my Switch quite a bit. I also play Xbox. I love my Xbox. I'm a huge Fallout person. I'm just Fallout and Red Dead Redemption. I can't stay away from those. As a matter of fact, I will play Fallout 76 once I get off of here tonight, because there's nothing else to do. But in terms of that's a good idea, and somebody else had mentioned that, in letting someone into my Switch account and stuff, and that'll be part of the tier. I think I'm going to do that, because I have there have been a couple of people on Instagram that have asked if they could, if they could get on and stuff like that. And so yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I think I'll put that in one of, I don't, with the Patreon thing, I really appreciate all the Patreons so far. But again, I don't want to make it so, crazy. I do have a crazy, tier. But that's just because it's almost kind of like there's no way in the world that anybody would do this tier type of thing. So it's really just kind of a joke tier in a sense. If somebody wants to do it, great, wonderful. I love them for it. But I expect people to be more in the first couple of tiers. So I think I would probably add that to one of the tiers, probably the $9.99 tier. I would think that would probably be added to. See if I can collect up. Okay, Ryan, collectible, displayable, and fun to build. So Ryan, that's so in other words, the only thing is you don't really care about playing with it. You just want something that's really cool to build. You know what? I'm looking around. If you're into cars, I would say we're at 26. We got 4 more likes, people. 4 more likes. If you're into cars, I would say the Mustang is a great car to build. It's not that expensive. It's not as complicated as the Bugatti. It's not, one of these huge major Technic things. It's it's an expert set. But it is a fun build. It's a cool looking car. Having owned a 68 Mustang all my life, since I was 16 years old. My dad got it for me when I was 16. I then gave it to my oldest son, who is 28. I gave it to him a couple years ago now. Once he got out of grad school and stuff and everything. And so, having owned a Mustang, it is a very of that vintage. It is a very, very exact replica. They did an amazing job with that. So I would say if you like that, that's cool. If you like cars, you don't like cars. Another set that's really cool and displayable. See, I just have a lot of car displays. The Statue of Liberty, I think that's a great looking set. It's very displayable. I think, to be honest with you, I think the Harry Potter sets are the Harry Potter's line of castles. Even though they're very playable, they're also fun to build. They're very displayable, and you can make a whole huge set. In terms of large set, boy, I mean, it's hard. It's hard because, we all have our own preferences. I like cars, so most of my big display pieces are cars. Trucks, and I have a lot of the creator expert vehicles, and then of course the Bugatti that I'll build at some point, and this sweet cement mixer that, thanks to Ray, I'm going to be building on live. We're at 28. We got 2 more to go, 2 more likes, and then we can reset our goals. I'm trying to think of the ones that they have coming out now. My son just got, my oldest son I was telling you about, Drmcbrick 2, I call him. He just got the Nintendo NES, the Lego build, which I think is pretty much sold out, but I'm sure they'll make more. That is a cool set. Pirates of Barracuda Bay is really a fun set to build. You're right, Steven. That is a fun set. I have one, and as you've seen in my park, and then my son, my oldest son, he has one as well, and they are really, really cool. I really think, to be honest with you, if you like Harry Potter, Ryan, the new Harry Potter set that's coming out, that's supposed to be Diagon Alley, that's rumored, and I don't get into rumors much because I just think I'll leave that to other YouTubers. It's a dangerous business, I think, but I think it is. I think it does $100, so it's a very expensive set. But 2. I think that will be a very cool display, because it's just large. It's very large. If you like Star Wars, the Death Star, the Death Star is a beautiful model. Any of the ships, any of the space or the ships are great models. I don't know. I know that kind of, sorry about that, man. I'm trying to think, but it really, what's good to one person is so personal to another, that it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. But you like the Mustang. All right. Well, good. Good. Get the Mustang then, because dude, that is a great set. And the nice thing about the Mustang, Ryan, is that they also add extra parts, so you can put side pipes on it, you can put a blower on it, you can kind of jack the back of it up, the suspension and stuff. It's really, really cool. Nick, do not worry about it, my friend. Do not worry about it. I appreciate your support. You being here is supporting me. So just being here and liking my stuff and that's good. I mean, I understand. My wife, she became unemployed because her company went under due to COVID, and everything like that. I'm very lucky because the university I teach for, we got 30. We're up to 31. All right, we could do 40. We can do 40 before it's over. I'm lucky because my university, made the decision 20 years ago that we were going to make not only our classes face to face, but we were also going to do them online. And so everybody, so our university, all of our degrees are online. And so when this happened, it was very easy for us just to say, okay, we're not going to have face to face classes. We're just going to do our online courses like we normally do. Our enrollment has actually been going great. So we are just very lucky, and I'm very lucky to be at that institution. But I know that it's tough for many people, millions and millions. We just got to get through this together. I mean, and I know I put the disclaimers and stuff, with the mask person, the mask minifig and stuff on channel and everything, and on my Instagram. But I really think that we really do need to as an Earth, we need to figure this out. And a lot of countries are doing a great job. We're at 31 likes. That's awesome. Why does Lego only do exclusives for USA and Canada and not the UK like the new Bespin do? I don't know. I thought they weren't doing exclusives anymore, James. I thought that they were done with that. I thought they were done with that. I thought that they did. They came out with an announcement that said no more exclusives. So I don't know where that came from. I mean, I don't know why they're still doing them, but huh. So I got these ingots in brown as well. These ingot pieces in the new Monkey Kid sets come in gold, silver, light bluish gray, and brown, I believe. And you can never have too many of these. They're good. These are pieces that I think should get more love. I would recommend putting these in your in your collection, getting some of these pieces, because the great thing about these is, and I wish I should have more. Oh, here, I can do it with these. Is because they're rounded, they enable you to, with bricks or tiles or whatever, they enable you to curve well, how come it's not working so well? They enable you to curve pieces in ways that you couldn't before. So let me show you here. Let me get a stud. Well, I don't have any. But anyway, but if you put these together in the right configuration, you can curve these in ways in which you aren't able to do with a straight brick. Just because, for instance, if you have a doorway and you want that doorway to open on that hinge, you have a door, you need it to open and stuff, but there's not enough. If it were on a straight 2x2 brick with the squared edges, it wouldn't move. But this way, with these round edges, it would move around the corner and not scrape up against the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. They said no more region exclusives, but no more event exclusives, and I think these were probably planned. Yeah, you're right, Blockhead. That's a good point. All right, so I got a whole bunch of these. But yeah, these enable you to put stuff on corners and actually turn, not turn the two things that are linked together, but actually have this turn against a brick. It won't rub up against the brick. If you just had another tile or another plate that was straight, it couldn't turn because it's not rounded, if that makes any sense. Wow. I'm actually not doing a bad job of sorting. We are at 32. That is awesome. How do I dust stuff? Hi, Ensloyd. I don't dust very much, and I know that's like I sound horrible saying that, but there's several reasons. One, in my basement here, right next to I can't show you because it's the wall, or my fake wall that I made here for the studio is here, but my HVAC system, my heating and ventilation and cooling system, is here in the basement, and I have a air handler that really takes out the air, that really filters the air. It's right here, right next to my city. And so I have been very lucky, and I didn't realize this, but evidently somebody told me, an HVAC person I knew said that the reason that this doesn't get as dusty is because that filtration system is actually filtering a lot of the dust out of this area as well as the rest of the house, and I'm actually getting the benefit of it doing that with my Lego town. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do it. I do clean and wipe off stuff once in a while, but I found that cobwebs are more prevalent than dust. But I do have dust. I mean, you can see it, and the problem is, especially when I do 4K video, you can really see it. But I have more of a problem with cat hair and that kind of stuff, because my cats like to get up there. And up until a few weeks ago, I didn't realize that my cats were getting on my city. Oh no. But they are. I always thought for the past 2 years, it's like, oh, the cats are so nice. They don't get up there and walk around. Well, I was wrong. I caught one of my cats doing the Ninjago, city. Remember that scene from the Ninjago movie? I caught one of my cats doing that, but fortunately cats are very nimble. Finland, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what's interesting? You say that in terms of your cat toilets. Yeah, we actually, that's what mine were here too, down here, but we actually moved those to another room because I was like, listen, if I'm going to have this down here and do all this, I don't need all that. So, but I know that I'm fortunate because I have the room to do it because I had an empty basement when we moved in. So, how you doing, Preston? Good to see you. Good to see you. We are at 32 likes. Thank you so much for everyone showing up. And particularly Ray, thanks for the donation. I really appreciate it. And thanks for thanks. I hope you're getting something out of this. If nothing else, just chatting and talking. Let me see if I can find some more pieces I did. If you notice, I've been lining up these rods here because this is also another thing that is good to have in your stock are these little rods and connector pieces. Because you can, when you need these, right? And these help to connect different things, especially if you want to turn things, spin things, or connect them together, make downspouts, make, telephone poles, anything like that. These are good. These are also good for making trees, especially if you get them in brown. You can get the rods and the connectors in brown as well. They're good for making tree trunks or for branches and stuff because you can get the regular connectors. Then they have the connectors that kind of come off and, well, here, yeah, you got one of these too. So you got, you can do the branch connector like this and then connect them. Now just pretend that these are all brown, right? But right there, and if you do something like that, and if they were all the same color, you could do another one out here and have a street light, right? So these are kind of fun. Shay the Brick Creator, your Ninjago series is doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well, yes. I just like Ninjago, so of course I'm going to like it. But yes, very well done, my friend. I don't know, got some of these in this color, huh? Is there a Patreon where you'll build other people's sig figs? I could add that to the tier where I actually add someone's sig fig to. I do have a tier that has you can send in your sig fig to me and I'll put it in the city. I do have a tier with that, and so I could as easily just build a sig fig for you. Work it out from there. So yeah, I guess I could add. You're giving me a lot of good ideas. For the Patreon. I'm new to all this, obviously, but I'm trying. I'm just stacking all these up. These right here are good also. These are the verticals with studs on the side, stud on the top, the anti-stud on the bottom. These are good for especially for like fence posts and stuff. So these, if you had them in brown, for instance, you can put a couple on. Right here, I'd probably use a double brick with stud on the side, but they make just real simple right there. Put it on your road, and you got a roadblock. Real simple stuff. But the stud on the side, the single ones, I like the double ones, but the single ones are nice too. The single verticals, as opposed to the single horizontals that go 4 across. MJ, nice to see you. Kissimmee, Florida. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. You know what? I almost moved down to Orlando. I was offered a job down there, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. And Kissimmee was a place that I had some friends. So yes. Hope it's warm down there. Hope it's warm here too. It's like 80, 86, 87, something like that. Where did I get my White Castle mock? My White Castle mock came from a site called the Brick Addict. And the Brick Addict is his name's Dave. He's got a great YouTube channel, but he basically takes real Lego pieces and makes stores out of them. I mean, and makes little mocks like the White Castle. He's done Home Depot, he's done McDonald's, he's done Wendy's, he's done all kinds of stuff, and they're all in that's most of them are in that smaller size of the White Castle. And he has I've been to his shop. Actually, there's a video on my channel. If you scroll back through some of the old ones, I think it was last maybe fall. If you scroll back that far, I went to his facility, and he's got a printer that does the stickers just like your Lego stickers, and everything like that. And so he's really got a pretty good operation, and he just has rooms full. You see this pile? He literally had piles on the floor, and you'll see him in my video that, I mean, are just like 2 feet high, just piles of Lego like this, and stuff. And so he does a good job of building all those kinds of things. And he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a funny guy. Check his channel out. It's called the Brick Addict. And if you talk to him, tell him I said hi. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Well, yeah, sure, Nick. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty simple sig fig. That wouldn't be a problem. Let's see. All right, welcome to Euphoria. Take care. Take care. Looking forward to seeing your next video. All right, 34 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the likes. I'll tell you what, I need to find, let's see. Oh, here we go. All right. I got a whole bunch of these. I try to, whenever I get little tiny, even though I just have this one bin of tiles, whenever I get little tiny tiles like this, I try to put them in separate little baggies, little tiny Ziploc bags, because they're so easy to lose if I just put them into a tile bin, and then I have to hunt and peck for them forever. All right, let's see. 35 likes. Great, wonderful. Thanks so much. I think I also got some mixel joints. Yeah, I got a lot of these too, which in different colors. I guess these are mixel. Aren't these mixels? The ball and hitch, put them together. These things are just, I mean, they're just so nice to use on just, whatever. And so this is also one of those things that, we don't really have a lot in our collection or in our storage, but it's something that we probably all should have some, because they could be used for things when you need them, you really need them. And so I got them in several different colors. I think they only come in 2 colors, the light bluish gray and the dark gray. So I got them in that. I also got the 2 different types of hitches. So there's the vertical and the horizontal. They're both 2x2 plates, but there's use cases for both. 36. All right, Wilson, I like you're doing a good job of keeping up the excitement. I appreciate it. So yes, so I did get a lot of the mixel joints and the balls and the hitches. Where am I going to put these at? Oh, I know where I'll put them. So those are always good to have. See you later, Wilson. Good to see you, Wilson Dad, bro. Here are some more things that I got. I got these. And I got these because if you've built any of the Ninjago sets lately, and if you've built any of the Chinese fair sets lately, you've seen these little paddles or these little deals here. And these can be used. They have the stud there, an anti-stud on the back. So it's basically just the little round stud, but it has a little rod in it. And that is so cool, the way that they, especially in the Ninjago sets, have used these as roof pieces. So I don't know if you've seen them, but they put them together, and these aren't going to stay straight on my hand, but they put them together straight all in a row, and then another row and another row, and they layer them, and it makes a wonderful, wonderful roof line. So I got these in both black and in gray. And these can also be used for other things as well. They can be used obviously for signs, obviously, for that kind of stuff. But there's all kinds of uses for these. Just trying to go through and show you some things for those that are hanging around still, or still are just interested in seeing all the different parts. Something I haven't shown you yet. I got so many of these things, I'm not so sure I'll be able to get them all here while I'm talking. Because I wanted to use particularly the black ones for some more Ninjago style builds. But again, sound like a broken record, but part of what I would do if I were you and you go into Bricks and Pieces, even if you have $20 to spend, that's all you got. Go to Bricks and Pieces. When you look at every time Lego comes out with a new set, go there, put in the set number, and then look through the list of parts for that set. And then you're going to find some parts like this, or, find a part, different parts that you might not have in your collection or your parts bin, but you might say, you know what, I could use a couple of these jumpers, and get a few. And you know what, if you buy 3 or 4, and literally I've done that with some of these parts, I bought 3 or 4 of them, they're 10 cents a piece or 5 cents a piece or whatever. And then you have them and you can use them. Like these shields, for instance, they were a little expensive, but they really come in handy because the way they fit on things. So, and I don't know if do I have a hook somewhere? I don't think I have a hook in here. But this rod clicks onto plates with clips, or any clip for that matter, or minifig hand, or, oh yeah, here, one of these. Or one of these, right? And then it enables you to put a plate or put a brick or put whatever on here, and then you can angle it however you want. Well, this is something I wouldn't normally have in my tool shed, right? I wouldn't normally have in my tool bin, but I went on there, I saw these, and I'm like, you know what? They were kind of expensive. I think they were. But I think I bought 3 or 4. I usually buy things in even numbers. So yeah, so I bought 4 of them. You know what? At some point I'll use them. I'll use them for a roof, because that way, if I use 2 of them, I can put plates on these things, put these on clips, and I will be able to have a whole line of plates on a roof, and just be able to bring the roof together and make a pitched roof, right? And so I could do 2 roofs with just 4 pieces. So yeah, so I would encourage you to do that. It really, it makes a big difference, because when you're thinking about, how could I use that? How could I use that? If you have some of these more obscure pieces in your collection, it'll help. It'll help. Yeah, I did, Fazoom. I went there, and I went crazy. And like I said, I did it months ago, and it was when I was, when I thought that I was, it's like my wife. My wife is a professional, master's degree from Carnegie Mellon. She's very, she's done really well in her life, but she's always held very high positions in her field. However, and she's been interviewing like crazy, and all these people are calling her and everything. But then, you know, she gets to the end, and then they're like, well, you know what, we really aren't going to hire because of COVID. We're afraid. We've frozen our hiring process. So, you know, call us back in 3 months, and, you know, and you can have a job or whatever. And it's one of those things to where it's natural and understandable in today's environment. But when I ordered these things, you know, she had a whole series of third, fourth, and fifth interviews, and so, you know, everything looked promising. But then the U.S. tanked again in terms of numbers. In terms of it didn't tank; it went up in terms of COVID, and so that just caused people to be scared. And obviously, you know, I owned a small business when I was younger, and I wouldn't be hiring right now either. It just, you know, it wouldn't make sense to hire right now. So anyway, so I did go crazy, but it takes months to get these orders, and I finally got this order, and I'm so excited. Do you know about a site when a guy has made parts on bricks and pieces searchable and gives you a color list of parts and fig parts? And I don't know about that site. I mean, I know that you can do the same thing on bricks and pieces. You go on, and they list all of the pieces. They give you the picture of each piece and whatever set it was. So I did this. I got some of these double hinges. So they're on a 4x1 plate, but they have 2 hinges on them, 2 hinge pieces. So I can attach 2 as opposed to just 1. And they're grooved, so that way they kind of go, you know, they're graded. What do you call those? Graduated, so it goes in small little increments. And so these come in handy. And so I got, you know, enough of the male ends to fit in the female ends. And so that works. I got some of those. Actually, it looks like I got a lot of those hinges. So what I do when I get these in, I put them on because I don't want to lose them. So, you know, in other words, I make sure that every hinge has, you know, a matching. Yeah, let me know, or just down in the comments of one of my videos or something, go ahead and stick the link. Mama's Bricks, it's good to see you. How are you? Nice to see you. Mama's Bricks. Mama's Bricks, I forgot to mention you in my update because I actually had you riding on the roller coaster with Heather from Heather's Bricks. And I put you on there with your flowers, you know, your Dutch flowers and everything. I forgot to mention you. I am so sorry. But you're having fun in Six Figs, so you're having fun. Now, for Zoom, I would like, the printed parts, the printed pieces, those to me are worth, you know, I love printed pieces. So I have a whole bin full of printed pieces, and I mean prints and things that say stuff that I don't know whenever I'm going to use them. But I bought some of these because these are great to use for palm tree tops. So you build your palm tree out of whatever you want, whether it's the 2x2 rounds, or if it's the barrels. And then this is at the top, and then you put your palm fronds on these pieces here, and then put a green round on here, and you got a nice top to a palm tree, or any tree for that matter. Oh, did you see it on there? Good. I'm glad you saw it on there. See, you noticed yourself. That's good. It's good that you're self-aware. That's great. I don't notice myself half the time. All right, what time is it here? We're doing all right. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. We have 38. We are getting up there with the likes. That is exciting. That is exciting. Some other pieces I bought, again, that are very helpful are these types of pieces. Well, let's see. How do I hold this up where you can see it? There we go. So it's the tile down here, and then 2 studs. So this is nice when you're doing tile work and you want a place for your minifigures to stand. You can put those up with the studs. I also got the corner pieces, so you can make the corner. Sorry about that. It's kind of hard to see on this. I don't know why it's so bright. But anyway, so I got these, and these are good for when you're doing tile jobs, because sometimes you don't want to put a single tile with just a stud in the middle, or a 2x2 tile with a stud in the middle. Sometimes you want the studs to alternate, when you're doing tile work. And so I got some of those as well. So I will put these in my tile bin. And the fact that they've come out now with so many colors of the cut off tiles on the corners, those are really nice because you can do more patterns. You can work around things better than you could before. New Zealand, Brendan, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yes, Yannick, we're at 40. We have made 40. All right, that is great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. DZ Studios, you're back. You're back, my friend. Good to see you again. We have been talking about all kinds of stuff. Hopefully you all are getting, enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream and just having some fun. Just having some fun. I figure I might as well just turn on the camera while I'm doing this. Oh, by the way, what do you think of my shirt? I finally got my shirt in from the Drmcbrick Teespring store. I have a bunch of them. I have 6 Figs. I think I've worn them sometimes. I have Bob Ross. I have what's the other one? Oh, I have a Drmcbrick. They have this logo and stuff. But this I like because it was on the pocket. So let's see. Let me catch up here on the. Drop that link in a comment. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for Zoom. Blockhead, have you seen the new double jumpers? Yes, as a matter of fact, I was just showing those. Let's see here. Are these? Yeah, these are the double jumps, right? Yeah. Oh, you mean 2x2 jumpers stuck together? No. Oh, you mean 4 of these? 2x4. Are you talking like a jumper like this? Or are you just talking what I have? No, read again. I'm saying I love you, Kaz. You're great. 2x4 with 2 studs in the middle. Looks like a 2x2 jumper stuck together. No, I haven't seen those. What set did those come in? There are 5 lives going on right now. Wow. Well, I'm happy and honored to have 26 people here. Some Minecraft stuff. I just bought a Minecraft set off of eBay for my Minecraft village a month ago, and it's sitting over there on the shelf. So I'll see if, and it's a new one. It's a brand new one for 2020. So I'll check and see if it comes in there. Yeah, that would be cool. Here's another part that I got. That's, again, another part that we don't have a lot in our collection, most of us. But when we have it, it makes it really nice. You can put a pin, or not a pin, but it's the there you go. You can kind of see it right there. It has the 4, I don't know what you call them on it, but the cross, I guess the cross pattern, you can stick that in there. You can stick a rod through here of many different types. You can stick the pins, the Technic pins in here. You can put them up here. These are really functional. So I bought some of those because, again, don't have those in my collection. And since they were in the model I was looking at, I did that. Here's also another part that I got, Technic part, that has the 2 pins. So you can plug it into something like this, and then it moves to 1 pin where you can put a rod or a pin, or connect it with one of those little blue ones, which I don't have. One of these, put in there, and then it becomes another stud. Have you got the Roller Coaster Minecraft set yet? What do you, Ray? I guess which one are you talking about? Roller Coaster Minecraft set? Because I do have. A long time ago, I got the big mine, the mine that has the the mine carts on it. Or is there like a roller coaster, like this kind of roller coaster Minecraft set? I got stuff stuck here. More little tiles, just the rounds. Rounds are really good. The 1-bys that are half round, rounded off at the top or bottom or whatever, however you orient them. I got some of those. Oh, here's another one of my hearts. I love my little hearts. I knew I got 10 of those hearts. See, I told you I got 10, but I could only find 8, so they're stuck in here somewhere. Wilson Dab is back. Yeah, it's in the mine. Yeah, I don't have the mine that has the roller coaster parts in it. I just have the mine that has the mine cart track. That's the kind of the old track system that Minecraft sets used to use. That's the only one I have. And I have a bunch of those because I have the Nether Railway, a bunch of those types of things. Have I seen the peach? Yes. As a matter of fact, I think Fazoom, in the next Bricks and Peace order that's coming, that was part of this but didn't come in the same package, I do have some of those peach hearts. Yeah. Yeah, I love those peaches. Those are great. And I like these because they finish off a tile job. They round them off. You want to make carpet, especially. If you want to make carpets, you can put together a bunch of square tiles, rectangular tiles, and then round them off with these pieces, make beautiful carpet. The tiles, I think, are going to have to be left. Or you could even do something, when you're using a piece like this, even, you could, put a tile on there, and it rounds it off, right? So it just gives you that finished look. They're all new parts in terms of, they're not from Bricklink. They're from Lego Bricks and Pieces. But they're not all new parts in terms of Lego's never had them before. There are a lot of parts in here. There are some parts in here that Lego just came out with. But for the most part, these are all pieces that Lego has had before, or they're restyled and recolored, like these Nexo Knight shields with the powder coating gold on them. That I just got 30 of them. I don't know why, but they just look so cool. Or like this. Now this is a new Ray. The old Ray didn't have the bar pieces here where you could actually grab it. And because I can grab this, for instance. Let me show you. Yeah, see? So that's really cool because this means that you can set this up in a whole bunch of ways, especially if you were able to get some clear pieces. You'd be really set. Plus, it has this pattern on it and eyes. Yeah, Macro Brick, I have so much sorting to do. And I'm sorry that your battery is dying, Mama's Bricks. It's good to see you. Take care. I do like stand-up comedy, Nick. I like stand-up comedy. I mean, come on, who doesn't? It's good. Love stand-up comedy. I love all different types of comedians, depending on the mood. Remember, I'm a popular culture professor and communication professor, so I tend to like everything when it comes to music, comedy, film, that kind of stuff, because I just grew up that way. It's like I grew up liking music of all types, and it didn't matter what kind it was. It didn't matter what genre it was. It was just like, it was, if it's good, if it spoke to me, or if I grew up with it, if I associate a memory with it, whether it's, I like it. So I got a lot of these little pieces here. Be clear, and I think anybody who is a Star Wars Lego person will tell you this. I don't think I'm being negative about it. I think it's the truth. But there is so much Lego Star Wars stuff and it's all so flippin' cool that once you start, you're not going to stop. I resisted for so long personally going into Star Wars, but now I have a whole shelf full of Star Wars stuff because I just, I'm a Star Wars fan. I was there in 77 as a kid, saw it 13 times. And it's like, I just want to have all that stuff, but I'd be careful. I'd be careful. You didn't hear my thing about the Star Wars, Wilson? Yeah, I just said it's a tough thing to do. If you're gonna get into Lego Star Wars, you're gonna be doing it for a while. Hey, I appreciate those folks who are coming in and out. I know there are a lot of live streams going on right now, and so thanks for those of you that are coming. We're just getting kind of to the end of this stream with sorting through parts. Got a lot more sorting to do. I won't be doing it all on camera because I actually do need to go get some dinner and do some other things here. But I've been just trying to show some parts that are more unique, or parts that we take for granted, but we don't have in our collections necessarily. But I always think that they're good to have in our collections, and so I appreciate you. Oh, the stream cut out, Ray? Oh no. When did it cut out? Am I back? I'm just babbling along here. Didn't even realize it. Thanks for telling me. I can't when did the stream cut out? Was I talking about Star Wars? $40 likes. That is awesome. That is awesome. One of the things that I do here is I use this area for my office as well as the Lego studio. And like I said, since I'm teaching 100% online now, and probably for the foreseeable future, really, probably for the next year, I have everything set up. But I use this desk for school, for teaching, and for all my Zoom meetings and everything. And I'm realizing here that I got to get all this cleaned up before Monday morning, because I got a meeting I have to be at, and I'm going to need this table space so that I can use it. So anyway, Francisco, you're back. Are you still there? Are you never left? Wow, it's so good seeing it's so good having everybody here. Thanks a lot, Kaz. I will look at that part, because I think that sounds like a really cool part. Skippy Bricks, nice to see you. It is morning in Oz. That's right. Wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, tomorrow night in Oz, Kaz, Blockhead UK, who's on this channel, myself, and GJ Bricks over at his channel are going to have a live stream as well. So that's why I'm thinking at some point here I'm going to have to cut this stream, because I will my voice is going to go. Fazoom, you have a wonderful day, night, wherever you're at. Blessings to you, my friend. Thank you very much. So rods and connecting pieces. I would recommend you get connecting pieces. There's the smaller ones. There's these medium-sized ones. You can get bigger ones as well, but I would recommend you do that, because those are things that when you have in your collection. Also, these connectors like this, when you have these in your collection, they give you so much more ability to do things in terms of angles and things like that, that you can't do. Another piece to have that goes with that would be this piece here, which is a pin connector with this crossbar on it. So that way you can plug it into a connector like that, or you could and then you could plug two things coming off the sides. So these just give you, in other words, these are kind of your basics, right? So your elbow, your T, and your straight connectors. of whatever size. And then of course you need a series of bars, whatever size bars you want. Those are kind of basics to have in any collection in terms of parts bin, if you ask me. All right. Is there anything else here that's different that I wanted to show off? Here's a pin. Let's see. I really should have worn a white shirt. Here is a pin. Here is a part that has the Technic pin in it, and then it has this part here with the little indentation that you can use as a hinge. So it's a hinge with a Technic pin, basically, and those come in handy as well. So I got a bunch of those. Now, remember, when you do that, you got to get the opposite side that this goes into. David Pagano, you know what? I've heard that name, but I don't know if I've seen any of his stuff. I'm going to have to check him out. I've got a zillion Technic pins here. So when I'm looking at sets, I always look at sets for parts. You know, when I see a set introduced from Lego, it's like, wow, that's a cool set. Look at that set. You know, like I looked at the pirate set. I'm like, wow, that is a great set. Pirates of Barracuda Bay. It's beautiful, but I really could use two of them because there's a lot of cool parts in there. You know, I looked at the like I just said, I'm going to take apart the HQ, the Monkey Kid HQ, and so I'm doing it because there's really cool parts there. The old fishing store, my goodness, when the old fishing store came out, there are so many cool parts in that set, and so I got two of them way back in the day, and I'm still using parts from those sets, and I have a one already built. Here's another piece that I would recommend getting. It is the 2x2 plate, anti-stud, 2 studs, and anti-studs. So this is extremely valuable. You can put it on that way. You can hitch stuff up to there. You can build from there. You could put it on this way. You could build from there. You could build from there. You could build from there. This is a great versatile piece. I would recommend having a lot of these in your parts bin. And they come in colors. I've seen them in white, I think. Black. I have black and dark gray here, but I think I've seen them in white. Probably, I'm sure they come in other colors more than that. Lego animation is great. One of my goals in life is to use Figsdale and Six Figs as a set for Lego animation, and for brick films and professionally done brick type of films. So that's kind of my goal. And I keep thinking to myself, I'll just keep building Six Figs and Figsdale for a few years, and then when I get to a point where I'm semi-retired, I don't know if I'll ever do that, but I will. I'll go ahead and start making brick films. So probably in a year or two, couple years. Not that I plan on retiring then, but I'll start making some brick films because I like doing that kind of stuff. I did claymation back in the 80s. When I was in college, I took a couple of classes, and one of them was on claymation, and so we did a whole bunch. And I have some old claymation stuff that I look at, and I just laugh my head off because these are also kind of cool. These are nice too, but I laugh my head off at the claymation stuff that I did. And claymation, is really fun. All right, Nick, I will keep that in mind. Because definitely you always need voice actors. Here's a fun fact for those of you that I haven't said this to before. No, I used to be a disc jockey. Used to be a DJ on the radio, on the air, and it was a long time ago, and it was fun. But yeah, I used to have a radio show on a Sunday evening, 9 to midnight, and it was a top 40 station. This was back in that kind of dates me, right? Top 40. For those of us that know what top 40 means, it was a top 40 station back in the 80s. So, I mean, I was playing a lot of Tiffany and and some of those people. But you know what? It was funny because I was actually really into metal back in the 80s and country, classic rock. Like I said, I like all kinds, but I was partial to classic rock and metal and country. But I was a jock on a top 40 station. Wilson Dab, good job. All right, well, great. I will. Yeah, I'll definitely. Trust me, I will definitely let people know if that's the case. Good night, Kaz. Good night. We'll see you in the morning. Yeah, I was Nick. I was kind of a nerd gamer too. I did play basketball all through school, and I love basketball, and I actually coached basketball up until last year. Ended up we went to the championship game, went all season, went to the championship game, and did all that, and I thought that was probably a good time to leave. It was coaching rec ball for youth basketball. But yeah, I thought it would be a good time to leave once got that far. So anyway, but I was a nerd. I gamed. I was on my I had a computer back in the 70s. All that kind of stuff. Got a bunch of cheese wedges here, just of the brown colors, because brown colored cheese wedges are good for. And you know what's funny? I got one of these. I got one. I got 2,500 pieces, and I got one of these. What in the heck did I get this for? That's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, play basketball, all that kind of fun stuff. Queen, yeah, of course I like Queen's music. I love Queen. Freddie Mercury was a genius in so many ways, and he was such a cultured individual. Of course, his mother, being an opera singer and everything, but he had pipes. I mean, he had some pipes. Love Queen. Have all of their albums. Even have a couple of the albums that we couldn't get in the U.S. I don't know if you're a Queen fan, you probably know that there was embargoes with some of the Queen albums, and so we didn't get all of the songs that you all over in the UK and everywhere else got. And so there were some Queen songs that, we didn't get on our albums over here, but I managed to find those albums. And the nice thing about working for a radio station was we had connections. Blacktron versus Mtron. That would be that would be cool to come back. That would be cool. I wish, Lego has so much cool IP of their own that it seems like, I don't know, maybe the money must not be there, because if it were there, Lego would have done it. I think they would start making Johnny Thunder again, and all of these types of Blacktron, all of these types of things. But I know the money's there for the licenses, because you can sell, these Mario sets over here. What? I mean, you get 200 pieces, and they're barely just a bunch of plates, and they charge $30 US. And it's because because it's a royalty type of thing, and it's like, well, we could charge more because it's Mario, and everybody knows, and so when you have your own IP like Johnny Thunder or Blacktron or one of these things, you have to develop and promote your own IP, and that takes money. But if you're doing Star Wars, you don't have to promote anything. You just have to say you have a Star Wars set, and you automatically get money from people. So that's probably why we don't see those wonderful classic themes come back, because all of those themes, for the most part, if you notice, happened before 1999 when Star Wars was licensed by Lego. Because if you remember anything about Lego history, and I don't mean to get too professorial on you, I know we'll see the numbers drop off real quick here, but they really refused to do licenses for a long time until Star Wars came along, and somebody, I think it was in the U.S. Lego office, convinced them to do Star Wars license, and then they realized, oh my God, we can make a ton of money off of these licenses. And so that's why we see everything. Marvel, everything's a license now. And we don't really see, I mean, we have Monkey Kid, but we don't really see a lot of, original major themes like we used to back then. So now I have all these cheese wedges. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Yeah, I agree with you, Wilson Debro. I love the community that Lego has. I love the community. I think we're going to have to start wrapping up. Unfortunately, I would love to stay more, but I'm going to have to get going. My voice is cracking. I'll tell you what, if you really want to hang out with me some more, and I'm probably going to be I am going to be doing this in the morning, because I'm just going to leave all this here right now and hope to God my cats don't get up on this table tonight. I might throw a towel over it or something, because this could be a mess with all these little pieces. But I will be on Drmcbrick's channel tomorrow morning for those of you in the U.S. at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you not in the U.S., check your local times by going to Greg's channel, Drmcbrick, and checking it out, and it'll tell you what your local time stream, when that stream will be on. And stop by. I know he'd really appreciate it and all that kind of stuff. And so I really appreciate everyone hanging out here today. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot again for your donations. I appreciate it. For those of you who donated today, for those of you who got on Patreon and who just helped me out, and who, just by being great supporters of my channel, even just by subscribing and liking and everything else. You guys are great. Crazy Brick, sorry, we're just getting ready to leave, my friend, but I'm glad you're here. Ray, have a good night, sir. Thank you so much again for your support in many ways. And Juliet, have a wonderful evening as well. I appreciate everyone. The best way you can support me, I always say, is by watching the videos and liking my videos and commenting and everything. So I just really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So I think I will sign off here. Let's all just say just a little a prayer here that my cats don't jump on my table tonight, and hopefully everything will work out. So y'all have a wonderful evening. For those of you that just showed up, sorry, gotta go. It is past dinner time for me, and I got a text about an hour ago from my wife saying that the dishwasher was empty, so that tells me I need to fill the dishwasher up too. So everyone stay safe and healthy, and I will see you all tomorrow if you happen to stop by Greg's Drmcbrick's stream. If not, I will see you all in the comments. Take care. I'll say goodbye. This is Dr. McBrick signing out.